last time I did 53.9 in the old Aventador.
Okay.
This I think is a good.
Yeah, if you're that fast in the Aventador, this car's quicker. It's just getting a feel for the differences and getting out there.
I think it's 4 seconds quicker.
Yeah. The track record right now of this is at 49.
Yeah.
But that was put down by one of our guys.
Yeah.
But same thing. You can very easily get back to that 53 range and then kind of go from there. So
yes, I did 53.1 in the Performante.
In the Performante, yeah, good.
53.7 in the AMG.
Okay, nice. So you were, what, a year ago? Is that when you were here?
2 years ago.
2 years, okay.
Yeah.
So we must have just gotten the Performante and AMG. Those would have been still pretty new.
Are new, yes.
Yeah.
New cars.
Okay, so Marcelo Otterman?
Yes.
We have 12 laps in the 911 GT3 RS. Again, my name is David. A few things before we go, just like last time, the mirrors are for me. You focus on driving, I'll worry about everyone else. If someone's behind you, I'll let you know. Foot off the throttle so they pass you quickly. When you catch people, get behind them. When we see the hazard flashing lights, I'll tell you, pass them on the right or left. Are we driving in automatic? Are we using the paddle shifters? What do you want to do?
We'll use the paddle shift.
Good. So yeah, upshift right, downshift left. They move with the wheel in the Porsche. We just need third, fourth, and fifth gear in this car. I'll tell you when those first couple laps, get a feel for it, but don't overthink it. So you'll get on track, you'll build your speed. Yeah, get a feel for the brake pedal. You know, good firm pressure, you're definitely going to get faster. As you're turning in, always want to be easing off the brake. The trick with the four-wheel steering is be smooth initially. If you're quick, you know, all four wheels turn.
Okay.
So just curve in. You know, one nice turn and you'll feel the car hook up, but it's a very responsive wheel. So just if you can be smooth on the initial entry, everything else is going to go well. Focus on hitting the apexes. Be patient on the throttle. You know, good horsepower in this car, all naturally aspirated. So, you know, brake, carry momentum into the turns, accelerate out of the corner. And then really, it's just keeping your eyes up. You know, giving yourself time to keep up with the speed, so we can just keep pushing. And like I said, if we're already below 55s in all the cars you're driving, you know, this is just, it's going to take you time to feel for it, and then you're going to be quick. But just smooth, because the margin for error is going to be small. So we just want to be small too. You know, good steering, good brakes, good gas. Just keep it fluid, and I'll be able to talk through anything else we need. Did you have any questions? Anything bugged you last time you were here? Anything like that?
No, I think.
Good.
So,
Well, this part's fun, so let's go enjoy it.
Problems on the hill.
On the hill?
Yes.
So first lap out, I'll really kind of point through it. The big thing, it's a blind turn, but it goes left. So make sure we set up on the right side, and you just need to hit the apex at the top of the hill. As long as you're there, because it's a hill, the grip is dropping from the tire, and it's fading away. And so we naturally have to run out a little ways and come back. So if you miss the apex, you're gonna get pushed way too wide. And if you try and fight it too much to keep it in, it's gonna want to slide because it's off camber. It's tilted.
Yes,
So
negative camber.
exactly. So we come in tight, just clip the apex. As you come down, let it just work out and just bring it back. Just don't rush the corner, that's all. Foot on the brake, down, over, loud. We're gonna pull out and make the left turn. But you'll see, this is a great car. Full stop right there. One more Ferrari. So, one moment. Gray Ferrari is going to pass. When he comes by, we'll pull out to the single green cone. Good consistent acceleration. As you enter the track, you're clear. Straight on out. Upshift into second gear. Upshift into third gear and start turning in. Single green cone, just left of it. Brake straight, one downshift. You'll brake harder next lap. Don't get too much initially. That's a good apex. Look to the exit, let it unwind. Upshift. Orange cone, start to brake, smooth and firm. One downshift, easing off. Remember, first lap, we're always a little slower. Don't overdo it. Look up, all the way out. Up, start easing off the brake as you turn. Release. Through it to the right. Light braking to weight the front and turn. Now, green cone, second one. Weight on the power, halfway out, back to the left. Perfect. Brake straight to the edge. Ease off. We don't need to shift a second. We can just turn faster.
Okay.
So brake a little lighter for longer and carry more momentum. Brakes, turn in, accelerate. Brake and downshift, look in. So, you shouldn't be able to accelerate in the corner. We're braking too hard at the end. So brake firm, but then start easing off to let the weight rest flat. So brake firm, downshift, now start easing off the brake. Release, release, release. I want to carry more cornering speed and less throttle mid-turn. Upshift. So brake, look in, start releasing. Release, release, release. All the way off. Now squeeze the throttle to the right. We're going to pass on the left. So just patience because we're on the inside. Wait for it. You're good. Again. Brake, less brake. Ease off and just smooth. Look up. Halfway out. Lift. I don't need you to slow down. I need the weight to settle the front. So look in. Release the brake. Wait for it. Unwind. Upshift. Ease off. Release. Just turning. Throttle to the edge. Better. Side. Brake. Downshift. Ease off the brake. Smooth on that throttle. Very light, just to settle the front. Now patience, acceleration. You're over braking and over shifting.
Okay.
Relax. I want to carry more momentum through these corners, not these hard spins. Just lift and turn. Accelerate. Look in, release. Smooth. You're trying to set it and go. Don't. Let it roll. Curve in, round it out. Stay left. Start easing out of the brake. Releasing and turn. Throttle and unwind. There you go. This is still a sports car. Brake. We want to be smooth with it. Curve in, off the brake. Look up. Squeeze throttle to the right. Lift. Balance and left. Patience. Power. Lighter braking. See how much you're over slowing compared to him? That's why we're not catching him. So don't brake here. Lift. Turn. Accelerate. Brake. Look in. Don't look at him. Look up. Upshift. Stay left. Ease off. Just turn. Look up. Throttle. Turning and releasing. Just steering. Wait. Throttle to the right. Lift. Turn in. Tighter. Unwind. Accelerate. Light. Less. Smooth. Throttle. Push you out. Back to the right. Your gear is good. Lift. Turn. Accelerate. Left. Brake. Look in. Release. Patience. Power. Unwind. Beautiful. Upshift. Now smooth out the hands a little bit. Brakes to the left. To the green. Curve it in. Tighter. Commit to the turn. We want the weight to load those outside wheels. If we shake, we bounce them. So brake. One motion. Turn in. Off the brake. Squeeze throttle to the right. Lift. Now patience. We want to let the weight settle. Accelerate. Good. Ease off. You have time. Keep turning. Throttle unwind. Having fun yet?
Yeah.
Lift, tighter left. There you go, brake straight. I like to be just left of that green cone. If you come in too early, it makes that turn to the straightaway very tight. So play out a little more in that chicane before you turn on that straightaway. Less braking, less. Turn in off the brake, look up, throttle all the way out. Braking, slow turn off the brake. Throttle to the right, lift, turning, patience, tighter, unwind, power. Braking, ease off the brake, keep turning, throttle, halfway out. End up on the right. So here, lift, apex, accelerate, just left of that green, brake straight, perfect. Start turning in. There you go. Now look at all that space. Brake smooth. Slowly release. Release. Look up. Throttle. All the way out. Brake. Ease off that brake. A little bit of throttle just to sustain. Lift and turn. Patience. Good. So we're gonna take a little cool down. Start to brake. Good. We're just gonna do a cool down lap as we're gonna come off this blue cone just for half a second. Make sure I can check my temps. So as you pull off, good. We'll take a left, and then just come park by that race car. You can just come in behind.
Yeah.
Anyone that's open. Next one. Right there. That's good. Good. A little closer. A little closer. A little more. There you go. All right, now no brakes. So, how are you feeling?
Good.
Good.
Really testing car.
Yes. So,
It's not as powerful than the other ones,
but we are faster.
yes.
Yeah. And the thing is, it's just the reason this car is fast is because the corners, the momentum. You know, in this car, that turn 2 on the straight, your apex, you're still at 70 miles an hour. You know, you're faster mid-turn than all those guys. So we're coming out faster, and it's why you're getting those big top speeds. The big thing for you, what I really care about, you know, everything we do, I'll go back to this. Everything we do is about, you know, braking, it puts weight forward. Throttle sets it back, steering is left and right. This car, as good as it is, it's still a sports car, so it's a little soft. You know, you need to allow that weight to transfer and settle, especially when you're faster and faster as you are. So, like you noticed that last turn 3, we're braking so hard, the weight's up. We need to be able to start easing back off to allow that thing to settle coming into the corner. So, your initial pressure's good, but you're still trying to toe onto it a little bit. Don't give it all away, but just start the release a little sooner, and you're gonna have more grip coming in. The last one is your steering. You know, you're anticipating the slide a little bit. You're kind of thinking you're right there, and you are. I mean, you're very, very close. We've got great cornering speed, but if I turn, you're just loading the outside. If you can just keep your hands one clean motion, then this weight will come and just press those outside wheels into the turn. You're gonna feel so much more confident with the grip coming in. All that being said, you're doing very well. I mean, no one's catching you. You're fast already. But we have to nitpick these little tiny things because it's the only way faster. You know, if you want to find 2 seconds on that track, you know, we're talking about a half a second in 4 corners. You know, it's little. So, you know, just keep making it feel good. I don't know if you can feel from when you started how much smoother. What do you track normally? Have you raced before?
Yes.
Yes. What cars?
No, go-karts.
Go-karts.
But, also I drove Formula 3 and
Yeah.
Formula 1 car.
So, with Formula cars or go-karts, you know, they are rigid. They're very stiff. You know, for go-karts especially, or even race cars, you know, the bushings are steel. These are rubber. So there's just that little bit of play to the body. It's not as much, but in an open wheel car or a go-kart, you really can, muscle it, because the car's going to just set. The weight's going to immediately transfer. Here we need to load it and let it unload. And it's like that brake and come off. A Formula One car is not dipping and bouncing around, and so you can, so you can brake to gas. That's why those cars, we like 2-footing, because you don't need delay. This, we need that little bit of delay coming off the brake to let it set, coming back to throttle. You don't need to be so fast in between. All that being said, I mean, great job. We're kicking ass. But like I said, just keep adjusting to the car. If it feels like you're fighting it, you are. Relax, smooth it out, clean it up. If it feels easy, push. That's what we work through.
Because sometimes I'm feeling the back is moving, so
and again,
small corrections.
And that's the thing. It's a lot of times we're coming in a little long with the brake, and so it's lifted, and so it's gonna feel a little loose, especially because you make it light and 4-wheel steering, it's gonna want to play a little bit. If you can finish coming off the brake, squat. You get that grip back on the back end. And like I said, because we have that huge rear wing, you have a lot of aero, but if you haven't finished braking, it's still up. We need to allow that to actually press the back end into the ground. So like I said, don't overthink this. I'm talking about little bits. But you're doing awesome. But I can still feel, those little corrections, it just makes you hesitate. It makes you think, ooh, and we have to kind of catch it. So just big breath, brake, ease off, turn in, unwind, accelerate. If you can just keep that fluidity and just using all your space, all the way outside, inside, outside. I mean, you're doing very nice with your line. And honestly, really the last thing I'd tell you, just keep your eyes up. It takes between 11 and 13 degrees to feel the slide. But especially in the chicane and that turn 5, if you're looking back up, you see the slide at 1 degree. The moment it starts to give, you're going to want to catch it again. And that's just going to help seeing what's a real slide and what's a little bump or a wiggle or this or that. So just like I said, I want you to go back out. We got another chunk of laps here. Just consistent, make them feel good, because like I said, we're already doing nice. So any questions for me, man?
It's clear.
Awesome. Foot on the brake. Let's do it again.